We have a sitting member of Congress from Florida called Randy Fine, who has literally texted or put on Twitter, we should kill them all. Every single one. Someone texted a picture of a dead baby and he laughs at it. And it's like, this guy's a lawmaker who's appropriating money to a military committing genocide, and that's cool? It's not cool.
All right, so a lot of you guys might know this piece of shit, Randy Fine. Okay, he's probably the worst congressperson in Congress right now. He's pretty much obsessed with Israel. That's sort of his MO. But what I really wanted to come on here and talk about is I actually got an interview with the person who's running against him in the GOP primary in the midterm. So the person running against him is Aaron Baker. And now I had a lot of questions for Aaron Baker, especially someone who's anti-war is a really big deal to me, opposing Israel, opposing Ukraine, opposing a lot of these things which we're wasting billions of dollars on. That's a huge issue to me. So I really wanted to know more about this candidate, especially because he had way less followers at the time. I did this interview a couple of months ago. It wasn't a verbal interview. It was over Twitter DMs, which I'll go over a couple. And the article I actually published about this, but I wanted to come on and make a video about this to sort of promote this candidate, which I think will actually make a good change in Congress, especially after MTG is now retiring, unfortunately, which I'm not sure exactly why she is. She said it was taking a huge toll on her family, but I wouldn't be surprised if there were threats from donors. There were obviously threats from the president about supporting people running against her. I mean, it's completely a shit show in the Republican Party, and we need real leaders who actually will stand up to the Republican establishment and will stand up to the neocons. And Randy Fine is probably one of the worst offenders. He's probably one of the worst neocons in the entire Congress. I mean, a whole bunch of crazy comments. I went over a couple in the article. I'm sure in the beginning of this video, I put some of his craziest statements on in the very beginning. But yeah, so let's get more into the article and into my interview. All right, so I wrote this article for antiwar.com. Great website. Hope you guys all check it out. I read a lot for this website. If you want to follow my writing, you can go into the link in the description, click on my Twitter, give it a follow. I'd really appreciate it. But anyway, so Randy Fine, again, like I talked about, some of his greatest hits over here, told Palestinian children to starve away, and he was condemned by MTG. And so yeah, Aaron Baker is challenging him for the Republican nomination. So the very first thing I wanted to ask him, especially because a lot of these anti-establishment candidates, they'll position themselves as anti-war, but when you ask them about the question of Israel, they'll have differing beliefs. For example, I'm from Arizona. A candidate like that would be Andy Biggs. He's been really big on opposing Ukraine aid, but when it comes to Israel, he's giving Israel whatever the hell they want. And so to me, that's a very huge inconsistency, especially among people who claim to be anti-war. So that's one of the things that I wanted to ask him. See here, I got his permission to publish the DMs. So I asked him a bunch of questions, but here are the main ones I asked. Yeah, so the main questions I was asking were about Israel and Palestine. So how he felt about MTG, how he felt about Netanyahu, how he felt about, would he kiss the wall? Would he take money from AIPAC? And so, yeah, he made it clear to me here that he supports the two-state solution. He doesn't support selling offensive weapons. I mean, I wouldn't support selling any weapons, but he's surely better than probably 99% of Republicans, aside from Massey and MTG right now. But so, yeah, one of the most interesting things which he said to me was he actually described what was happening right now in Gaza as a genocide, which a lot of people haven't even on the Democrat progressive side until very recently. So this was all the way back in August. So it was very surprising to me, especially as someone who follows politics very closely, very aware of anti-war news and very aware of where our politicians and candidates stand on this issue. So the fact that he was willing to agree with Marjorie Taylor Greene, describe it as genocidal, talk about Randy Fine openly supporting starvation. I really would encourage you guys to all follow this candidate. I'll put his link to go donate to him, follow his campaign in the description. But yeah, just want to come on here, quick video, make you guys aware of a great candidate running to unseat someone who's very unpopular. And so yeah, like the video, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. Thank you guys for watching.